The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. And each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week we'll be starting off with Mike Falk. Mike, what's going on in Lima?
Hello, Chris. Thanks for hosting us again. Everybody loves to be experimented on, and so it's our turn here in Lima. The New York State DOT is going to be doing some experimental paving on State Route 15A south of the village line. It's starting Tuesday, September 3rd. I was just notified. They'll be doing the first set paving from the village line down to Briggs Road, and then from Briggs Road south of there, they'll be doing a different treatment to the road, and then they're going to see how it holds up. It'll be interesting to see, but expect delays. The signs are being uncovered, and you'll be delayed coming north that way. The Grow Shop, the shop named Grow, which is over in our general business district that is on East Main Street near the intersection of Heath Markham, was raided by the Cannabis Control Board and closed for selling cannabis without a license. Congratulations to the American Hotel for receiving a First Impressions grant from the Livingston County Downtown program. That's a $5,000 grant that helps toward the renovations on the facade. Both the town and the village of Lima are stakeholders in the downtown program. We pay a fee into it every year, and we receive many times back in grant money for our businesses here in the community. Yep, it's that time of year. Winter hours are starting back up now that Labor Day is going to be behind us. Monday through Wednesday, 8:30 to 4, Thursdays 1 to 6, and Fridays 8:30 to noon. We do have hunting licenses. Again, hunting licenses are now printed on paper. You can actually do it yourself by going online to the DEC. You can print your own hunting license at home on your own printer. There are no back tags anymore, but we do have little plastic folders that you can put your cut up pieces of paper into, and hopefully that will help to secure them while you're out hunting. They are bright orange in case you drop it out of your pocket. And lastly, Lima mourns the loss of retired town justice Elvira LaHoe. She served as judge from 1986 to 2021, and at her retirement was the longest seated judge in Livingston County. You too can follow her example and volunteer your time for our community. You will make Lima a better place, just like she did. And that's all I've got, Chris.
All right, thanks, Mike. And Rick Milne couldn't be here, but he did send me this to read. The Village of Honeoye Falls hopes that all have had a wonderful and safe Labor Day weekend, or will have, or are having, depending on when you read or watch this. The village office and County of Monroe offices will be closed in observance of Labor Day on Monday, September 2nd. Our Good Vibes concert series is now completed. We had a very successful season with great music, very good attendance, and good weather overall. Our thanks again to our incredible sponsors. We want to thank all of our local first responders for the work that they do each and every day. Whether you volunteer or are a paid per diem employee, we truly appreciate your service to the community. We certainly always need volunteers for our fire department and ambulance service. While it is a big commitment, the personal satisfaction you get from serving is immeasurable. Consider volunteering if you can. Remember, school starts soon. Please be watching for students walking to school and waiting for bus pickups. Remember, never pass a stopped school bus that's picking up or dropping off children. Pay attention to the flashing lights and stop signs being used on those buses. And that was from Rick Mill. Now it's over to John Moffat. John, what's moving in Mendon?
Okay. A couple of things today. First of all, is the mayor mentioned, school is opening. So please take some extra time if you're commuting for work, because there are going to be school buses on the road on school days, and there will be children walking around the area around the schools. And there's crosswalks there, and the children hopefully will be on the sidewalks. But please be careful of all the activity surrounding the opening of school. A few years ago, we installed a sidewalk down Quaker Meeting House Road to facilitate people walking from the middle school, and that gets a lot of traffic when school is open, and please be aware. A couple of changes at Town Hall. First of all, at this point, we're in the process of refinishing the mahogany doors that are face the parking lot. Beautiful doors that take a real beating with the winter weather and the sun setting in the west. But we are having those refinished. And also the door on Main Street will be replaced this fall once that the parking lot door is completed. School tax bills are coming out, of course, because school's opening. And just a reminder to everyone, if you live in the town of Mendon and you are in the Honeoye Falls-Lima Central School District or the Pittsburgh School District, you can make payments at the Mendon Town Hall. Just a reminder to everyone, we don't set the tax rate. We don't keep the money. We are just a pass-through agency to the school district. Many folks don't know that there's a good portion of the town of Mendon that's in the Pittsburgh School District. Spray Park is going to remain open. We're kind of going to take it week by week as far as when we're going to close. But the weather's been pretty cooperative, and last September we had some really nice weather, so we'll plan on keeping that open for at least a while. Let's see, September 8th is the Mendon Festival. That's from 12 to 5. That's right in the hamlet, back by the linear trail. Music, food, and all kinds of family activities. Please stop by, and that festival is always a great time. Our recycle event, October 19th. I mentioned this last week, but I do like to keep reminding folks because it's never too early to start gathering your items together. Once again, we'll have the Monroe County Sheriff's Department and appreciate their help collecting pharmaceuticals. Just a reminder that the containers that your prescription drugs come in, even if they're empty, those sometimes have a residue, and you can bring them and recycle them there. They prefer that versus putting them in the garbage. There'll also be a paper recycler, and that paper is, ground up on location. It's not taken anywhere for that. So there's a special truck there that'll take care of that. The electronics, any type of electronics you have, and just as a reminder, if you still have a tube TV, there is no charge anymore for recycling a tube TV. There was previously. And last but not least, the rabies clinic. Our town clerk, Michelle Booth, has arranged to have the rabies clinic, and that will be there. And be sure and stop by if your animal needs a rabies shot. Lastly, as Supervisor Falk mentioned in his communication, the deer tags, that has changed with New York State. Town clerk Michelle Booth has purchased waterproof paper to print the deer tags on so that they're not just printed on regular 8.5 by 11 to try to maintain that they'll be usable in all types of weather. So we certainly appreciate Michelle taking that initiative. And that'll cover it for today.
All right. Thanks, John. Waiting in the wings is Steve, and here he is. Steve, what's happening in Henrietta?
Like everyone else, our receiver of taxes will be receiving your school taxes. And again, just as the name implies, that's their job, is to receive the taxes. They are not responsible for setting the rates. Those are determined by the school district, as voted on by the budget. This year, the initial budget for Rush Henrietta School District initially failed. They dialed it back and then it passed. So again, look for your bills. If you have not received your bills by the 6th, or billed by the 6th, reach out to the town clerk's office and they can print you or email you a reprint at no charge. So, but again, don't come in and say, oh, I need one if it's still like the 2nd, because they're probably still in the mail. As others have also noted, schools in session, please do not drive through a crosswalk when there are students and or a crossing guard in them. Our special attention detail with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office will be paying attention there. We'll be ticketing drivers who do that. Same with passing school buses. If those red flashing lights are on and the stop sign is out, you cannot pass. So just be patient. They'll get moving again. Do not pass school buses when the lights are flashing. The Monroe County Sheriff Office, in cooperation with a number of local retail folks, had a significant 4-day operation to try to cut down on shoplifting. In addition to the officers, they had a drone flying. During the 4 days, they made 52 arrests, 8 warrants were served, 18 universal traffic tickets were issued. Typically, that's people parking in fire lanes or handicap spaces. $8,500 roughly was recovered in stolen properties. In addition, as they were there, they spotted 3 ATI bulletin subjects, and they even located 1 missing person. So a very successful operation. And, you know, the sheriffs are planning to do similar operations in other locations. They obviously need the cooperation of the retail facilities to do that. So hopefully we can start to curb some of this shoplifting that's occurring. It's been on the rise since the pandemic, but they've been working on taking care of that. So otherwise, obviously, our summer events are ramping down and our fall events are starting up. So the newsletter has been at the printer for almost 10 days now. So hopefully it's hitting I was really hoping it was going to be in mailboxes already, but hopefully it'll get out very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And that's about it.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Anybody else have anything more to add? Seeing none, thank you all for being a part of today's show. Thank you all for watching. Remember, the show airs every Sunday at 1 p.m. Like our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel, and those platforms will notify you when the show begins to broadcast. Otherwise, you can read the transcript in next week's paper. And speaking of next week, that's when we'll all see you again. Bye-bye for now.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.